morning, beloveds. Today may be the day. What day is that? Well, one, it's the summer solstice. Apparently summer starts at 4:50 Eastern time, so maybe 3:50 our time. I don't know. But Al on the Today Show said 4:50, so p.m. So happy summer solstice, happy Litha, which is just another name for the summer solstice. But today may be the day we actually finish chapter 15. And then again, maybe not. Depends on how intense the readings are. All right. So we are starting on 260. I just realized I didn't plug in the, oh well. That could be a problem. Yeah. I didn't plug in the microphone. And I'm not sure what it'll do if I change it. Let's see. Okay, hopefully that made it better before I start the readings. Hey, Tom?
What?
You check my sound. Okay. Rheumatism. We are starting on page 260 with rheumatism. There is no bondage in spirit, and we should endeavor to realize that the spirit frees us from every type of bondage. As perfect love casts out all fear and frees us from the bondage of stubbornness and unbelief, we should be freed from the outward picturing and manifestation of the pain and congestion which appears as rheumatism. Why should the system secrete impurities, or why should there be any acidity if we are governed by divine intelligence as to what we should eat, and by divine law as to how we should eliminate what does not belong to the system? It is well to remind ourselves that the system is spiritual and divinely ordained. God does not make mistakes, and our muscles and joints do not need to shore up waste matter, which causes pain and physical distress. To be washed clean by the Spirit should have a real meaning to us, and the practitioner should believe that there is such a baptism of Spirit as this. If anyone should criticize them for such a belief, they would be a poor worker in this field who ever knew that such a condition had taken place. Of course, we must expect to contradict human experience if we wish to transcend it. How else could Jesus have told the blind man to look up? He said up and not down. The worker in the field of spiritual thought must not be afraid to mentally attack any physical condition with the full assurance that they are dealing with the power that first created and as easily recreates. They do this by knowing that it is done. Do not hesitate to know that you can heal. You can if you know that you can, and not until then. Bondage and freedom are but two possibilities of our use of the law. Let us affirm freedom, not bondage. And then he's going to give us a treatment. Now, just so you know, rheumatism, I keep reminding you, this book was written 100 years ago. And 100 years ago, rheumatism was kind of a catch-all for all of the things that went wrong with our joints that we didn't know what was going on. We have a lot more words now for the things that are going wrong with our joint. But his point stands. His point stands on, there's no congestion, there's no confusion in spirit. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. So, okay. So let's see what his treatment is. My entire system is spiritual, and my physical being is now quickened into life and truth. It is cleansed and purified by the power of the Word of God within me. This word which I speak is the presence,
Fine.
the power, and the law of God working through me. The energy of the pure and perfect Spirit is now cleansing me from all impurities of the flesh. My elimination is perfect. The joy of the Lord God is within and around me. I live in the sunshine of eternal truth and beauty. I love and understand life. My faith in the healing and the cleansing of my word is complete. This word penetrates the marrow and the bone of my physical being and eliminates all waste substances. My food digests perfectly. I have perfect and complete circulation of love, truth, and beauty through my entire system. Love and life permeate every atom of my being. I am washed, cleansed within. I forgive all and am forgiven of all by all. Nothing remains in my being but love. There is no pain or distress in the joints or in the muscles. My body is the body of God, the living Spirit Almighty. Now take the time to realize the truth of the foregoing statements. It is not so much what you say, but the mental attitude you have when you say it that counts. Believe and you will be made whole is the key thought. Perfect God, perfect person, perfect being. Conform all statements to this proposition. Woof. Okay. Let's see. Healing intemperance. I'll be curious to see what he means about intemperance, because I have a sneaking suspicion it's attitude, which I've got plenty of, right? Okay. Oh, and he just leaps right in with the treatment. He doesn't even start talking about what he thinks intemperance is. It just goes right into the treatment. The spirit within me does not long for anything. It is free, safe, and satisfied. There is no sense of insecurity or of inferiority. I am not seeking to avoid anything. I am conscious of my ability to meet every situation. There is neither depression nor discouragement in my mental outlook on life. I do not look to anything outside myself to give me pleasure, comfort, or certainty. I do not long for anything, and I am not afraid of anything. My whole inner being is conscious of its unity with God, of its oneness with Spirit. There is no pleasure in intemperance, nor can it offer any suggestion of happiness to me. I now see this habit for exactly what it is, an illusion, which seeks to force me to believe that there is some power outside of myself which can give me either pleasure or pain. I do not anticipate such pleasure, nor is there any suggested power in this habit which can cause me to believe that it has ever, under any circumstances whatsoever, given me pleasure. I am forever free from this thought and from its effect. I do not will myself free from this habit. Rather, I perceive this habit is neither person, place, nor thing. Having no law to operate, it cannot function. Having no intelligence of its own, it cannot suggest. Having no mind, it cannot will. I am now forever free from the mistaken belief that it was ever a thing of itself. I see it as forever separated from my real self, forever divorced from my imagination, thought, and conviction. I am free now. That may be like depression or anxiety. Intemperance. Okay, but there's a little brief paragraph here. Okay, the practitioner must realize that the words they use are the law unto that thing whereto they are spoken. They must have a calm, unfaltering trust in their ability to reveal the real person, and in doing so, to free the physical person from the false belief. The words that I have spoken unto you are spirit and are life. The practitioner must know that the false desire is exactly nothing, that it has no power over anyone, that their patient is pure spirit and is wholly satisfied within themselves. As a result of such statements, there should come to the practitioner's mind a conviction that the appetite from which they are freeing their patients is entirely dissipated, that it ceases to be. It is not. It can never exist in spirit and can no longer appear to exist in or operate through the one who they are healing. Oh my God, he's talking about alcoholism. I'm betting you that's what that treatment was about. That treatment was about alcoholism. And frequently, alcoholism is self-medicating of mood disorders. Temperance. He's been talking about alcoholism. Okay. Whew, wish I had figured that out a little sooner. Sometimes I'm not quite there on the update. All right. Supply. Yep. This is it. There's 2 sections left. Supply is one of them. God is spirit. Spirit is substance, and substance is supply. This is the keynote to a realization of the more abundant life, to the demonstration of success in financial matters. It is right that we should be successful, for otherwise the spirit is not expressed. The divine cannot lack for anything, and we should not lack for anything that makes life worthwhile here on earth. Everything that we do should be a success, and we should be led to do those things which are constructive and worthwhile. To bring a realization to the presence of spirit into all our acts is to prove that God is all, even in the slightest things which we undertake. Nothing is great and nothing is small to the divine. So we should never wonder if what we are going to do will be hard or easy. God knows no hard and no easy. The moment after a treatment after this manner should prove the law of abundance in the life of those who use such statements and believe in them. So again, this is a nice long treatment. All right. I am surrounded by pure spirit, by God, the living spirit. My thought is God thought, and it is the law unto that thing whereunto it is spoken. Everything that I shall do be a success. I am led, guided, and inspired by the living spirit of love and of right action. I am compelled to move in the right direction and to always know what to do, where, and how to do it. I am surrounded by right action. I am filled with the consciousness of right action. Right action is success in all that I undertake to do. I am successful in all my undertakings and am compensated for all my efforts. I am surrounded by substance, which is always taking the form of supply and always manifesting itself to me in the form of whatever my need may be at the time. I always have an abundance of money and an abundance of whatever it takes to make life happy and opulent. There is a continuous movement toward me of supply of money, of all that I need to express the fullest life, happiness, and action. I have an inner understanding of my place in the universe. I know that it is unique. The divine has not incarnated in anyone else in just the same individual way that it has in me. I am unique and forever individualized. Therefore, I do not need to imitate anyone or to long for the good that belongs to another. All good is now mine and is now manifest in my experience. I do not compete with anyone, nor for I am and remain forever myself. This self is united with all selves, but is always an individual and a unique self. There is that in me which all people recognize as worthwhile and desirable, and everyone whom I meet loves this self of mine and recognizes its worth. I draw all towards me, and those whom I can benefit and those who can benefit me are irresistibly drawn towards me. I do not strain, will, or coerce. I know. The truth makes me free from the fear of poverty or bondage and emancipates me from the thought of limitation. I see that money, like everything else that is desirable, must be a spiritual idea, and I know that I have this idea right in my mind at this moment. I shall always have this idea of abundance. It is mine, and I take it. The opportunity for self-expression and compensation is always open to me, and I am at all times compelled to know, accept, and operate upon this opportunity. I have abundance because I am abundance. All that the Spirit hath is mine. Okay, one last section, and we will close the book on chapter 15. And the last section is called A Treatment for Peace of Mind. We cannot be in peace until we know that the Spirit is the only cause, medium, and effect in our lives. There is no past, present, or future to it. Evil has no history and has never entered into the being or the experience of reality. The mind must come to know and to realize all these truths if it is to have real and lasting peace. A treatment such as this will be of great service in acquainting the mind with the truth of its being. Okay, nice deep breath. Settle in, treatment time. Not that I haven't been already doing that, right? Be still and know that I am God. I am the Christ, the Son of the living God within me. I am the principle of peace within me. I am the manifestation of love within me. My mind is poised in peace and beauty. All sense of fear or doubt is gone. I rest in calm, trust, and rely on the law of spirit to bring good into my experience. I contend with none, argue with none, and am filled with the wonderful peace and light. There is no uncertainty about my future and no fear as a result of my past. I live in an eternal now which is filled with good alone. Goodness and beauty follow me. Peace and joy accompany me. Happiness and wholeness fill all my entire being with the realization of love and perfection. I am the Christ, the child of the living God within me. This inner mind is mine now, divine and complete. It has no worries and no fears. It is whole, complete, and satisfied. I look back over all previous experience and find that it was good, very good. I look towards the future and find that it is good and very good. I look at the present and find that it is also good and very good. God is in all, over all, and through all. I am the Christ, the child of the living God within me. I am the spirit of confidence. I am poised in love and reason. I am the perfect law of truth and the complete presence of beauty. I am Christ, the child of the living God within me. And that closes the book on chapter 15, Physical Perfection Concluded. We will start tomorrow on chapter 16, The Principles of Successful Living. That was so much fun. Oh my goodness. And I love reading his actual treatments, the way he actually wrote them. It's really neat. It's really neat to see the way he structures things and to realize that he's doing these treatments and he doesn't do all the 5 steps or the 7 steps or the 9 steps or the 14 steps. You know, he just says, look, this is the way it is. All right. Some housekeeping. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. One of the easiest ways that you can support the center is to go like, share, subscribe, follow, and comment. It bumps us in the algorithms, and we think we have important stuff to say. I'm not even necessarily important, just enlightening, helpful. I mean, that's our goal. You know, that's Ernest said, hey, you know what? I learned this really cool thing, and it can make your spiritual practice better. Come learn it, and then go home. And people didn't go home, and here we are. So, if you would like more information about the center, there's 2 ways that you can do that. The website is creativelife.org, or we have a constant contact email. You get 1 email a week, unless something unusual happens. Because it's a real person doing it, and he ain't got time for more than that. It is info@creativelife.org. All right. And the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it will take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. All right. So that there is that. Now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. I'll go dance in the rain day, a happy solstice day, a enjoy the light day, a dance in the light day, a stand in the light of truth day, a know that the peace and beauty are you, because you are the child. What did he say? You are the Christ. I am the Christ now, the child of God, eternally living within me. Okay, that's not what he said, but it's close. You know what I mean? A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. A brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action. Or, as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a God. All right, beloveds. We're going to start with chapter 16 tomorrow. Yay! Okay. That was almost 2 full weeks in that chapter. So it's all good though. All right. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow to start chapter 16. Know that you are take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.